Diplomatico Rum. It is loved by enthusiastic new rum drinkers, and it's also despised by online pretentious rum snobs. Let's find out which one I am. I'm going to blind taste test it against two random rums that are at least 8 years old from my collection of samples. That way you'll get a honest, unbiased opinion about what I think about it. My spreadsheet of all my sample bottles chose these two. That way I won't know what they are until the end. I decided to review the Diplomatico because it's very contentious online. There's some very toxic places on the internet where new rum drinkers will go and say they love Diplomatico, and they just get shit on, basically. All the rum snobs there like to say that it's barely even rum and you should pick something else. Now, I've never tasted it. I want to get my own opinion, and there's no better way to do that than taste it blind. This particular Diplomatico is like 2 or 3 steps up from the base. It's called the Selección de Familia. I definitely didn't say that right. Selección de Familia. 43% ABV. It's from Venezuela. One of the big negatives people like to point out about it is that they say there is sugar added to it. I don't know if it's true or not. If it is true, it would be nice if they just said it on the bottle. I'd be fine with it as long as they tell you. But a lot of rum has a slight amount of sugar added to it. Now, the 2 random bottles I will be blinding with it, I will come back to you in the future to show you what they are. I won't know myself until the end. So here's me in the future. So I'm in the future now. I finished the blind, and one of the bottles randomly selected was the Costco Kirkland brand 12-year rum from Panama. The other, Appleton Estate 12-year Jamaican rum. Well, it has a fairly dark color. So these all have a similar color, so I will just be using clear Glencairns and marking which one they are on the card. Then I'll just give it a spin on the Lazy Susan to randomize it for me. The scent is sweet and maybe like a little bit wine-like. Maybe there's some grape or a little fruity. It was very sweet, like right up front, but there's also strong, like some kind of oak. It's good, but it is very sweet. I wonder if that is Diplomatico, or I don't know what these other ones are. I'm gonna compare. It has a decently long finish. Now, since all of these are at least 8 years old, they're all gonna have quite a bit of aging flavor in them. That was the only filter I used to pick out the random ones, is rum and at least 8 years old. This one smells more sweet and more like a bourbon, kind of a little bit of marker. It also smells pleasant. Nothing wrong with this smell. This one might be younger, just going off the smell. But the flavor. This one is a less sweet, more spicy, and it also has a decently long finish. Not too bitter, but the main flavor of it is the aging component of aging in a barrel. This one has a slight rubber or hose scent to it. Not very strong rubber though. A slight brown sugar scent, but not too sweet. Just a little bit of marker. So imagine a slice of hose, rub some brown sugar on it, and open a marker right next to it. That's what it smells like. There's a slight sourness here that I don't particularly enjoy myself. There's a shorter, spicy finish, but first impression, I don't enjoy this one as much as these first two. It's always so much better the second time I go through. The scent on this, there's butterscotch. It is not quite syrupy sweetness smelling, but it's pretty sweet. But it smells really good, like butterscotch or Werther's Originals Are those butterscotch? I don't think anyone under probably 30 or 40 even knows what Werther's Originals are. That sip was a lot more flat and just sweet. To me, this one could be a bourbon going off the scent. I'm thinking this is a Barbados rum. I think it has a slightly better flavor than the first one. There's something rubbery, hose-like to this last one. I wouldn't call it funky. There's just that hint though. It's not enough to enjoy. I like funkier rums. I mean, I guess it could be like a Appleton 8. Very light on the Jamaican funk. I don't know. If I were to guess which one was the Diplomatico, I would say this first one being sweet. And if I had to guess, I would say this is a Barbados rum. Maybe a Dorley's 12. I don't know what this last one is. I guess it could be Appleton 8. And I'm just not really feeling it today. I thought I liked Appleton 8 more than I liked this. Let's go from worst to best. 4,925. All right. In third place, I gave it a score of 59. This is completely surprising to me. This is Appleton Estate 12. I thought maybe it was 8 because I know previously I rated Appleton Estate 12 much higher. I actually gave it an 81 before. That is the biggest difference I think I've ever had in rating something before. I don't know why I didn't enjoy it today. Yeah, I could see it now. There was just a slight sourness that I didn't like. That brings my average rating for it down to 70, which gives it a sipping value of B+ and mixing value B+. That's with its $40 price that I got it for. Now in second place was the Diplomatico. I gave it a rating of 67. And now I see what people are saying. It's very sweet. And I buy that they add sugar in here. I can't claim to know that it's true. You could kind of feel it on your teeth. And I understand why newer drinkers like it. It's sweet and it has kind of a light flavor to it. And honestly, I don't know which bottle they're talking about. This one is $50, the Selección de Familia. The other versions are cheaper. They're probably not as good. From what I found online, it says it's between 6 and 12 years old blended, which is why I chose 8 years plus for the competitors. Also, it is only a 700 milliliter bottle. Because of its kind of higher price, $50, it gets a sipping value of B- and a mixing value of C+. Now I gotta find out what was better. I gave it a score of 69. So that is the Kirkland, the Costco brand, 12-year-old Panama Rum. That is the second time this bottle managed to randomly get in my blinds this month. It's only $20, or it was when I bought it. I don't know if it's still available. And it has an average rating from me of 74. It's really such a good value. Sipping value A+, mixing value A+. $20. This is a no-brainer. If you could find this still at your Costco, you should buy it. Now the Diplomatico, seeing how it did in this blind, would I buy it again? I think it is a good rum for beginners. The sweetness tempers the alcohol. I personally wouldn't buy it again, but I would give it to someone to try rum if they're new to it. Now this one's $50. I actually want to try the cheaper Diplomaticos. Maybe they're a better value. If you get the same gist, but the lower price point, or maybe they're harsher. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell until I tried them. I think it's a little too expensive and not quite good enough to be used in cocktails. I would use something cheaper. But it's a decent bottle for getting someone into sipping rum if that's what they want to try out. Now, to all the snobs on the internet that are saying it's not rum, it's just a sweet rum. There's rum for all kinds of different rums. You don't gotta be a hater. There's people that like sweet rums. Let them do their thing. Now, I thought this Costco rum was a Dorley's, and maybe you want to watch the video where I blind tasted most of the Dorley's rums. They're also cheap like the Costco rum. Consider subscribing if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.